Fuck, these are good. I worked 363 days last year. That's how many days I went into the shop. I took Christmas off, and I took Memorial Day off. Now, the shop was technically closed Thanksgiving as well, but Ashley was traveling with the kids back to Utah for Thanksgiving, so I ended up going to the shop that day for it was a long day because there was nothing going on. My family was gone, shops closed, the whole city's just slow. I went in the shop for 10 hours and did guitar setups. Markets were closed, so I couldn't trade. 363 days. And when I was doing it, I liked it. I still like to work as well. I still like it now. But when I'm doing this 363 days, I'm liking it. And I didn't think there was any problems. And there kind of wasn't, but there was just this low-grade chronic fatigue sort of building underneath my energy. And by the end of it, I was starting to feel a little bit of burnout. Got a great guy hired at the shop, and he still calls me here and there on my quote-unquote days off, but he's trying to run the shop for me 2 days a week. It's actually been insane working 5 days a week. I'm a new man. It's crazy. And a lot of times I end up going in anyway, or he's calling me, so I'm on the phone solving problems from the house. We're trying to work through that. We're trying to do less of that. This is my second weekend off in 13, almost 14 months. There are pros and cons to business. Look, I left a high-paying remote software job. At a time where the job was already easy, and it has only gotten easier. I got a lot of buds still in the industry. They don't even work anymore. AI just writes everything. So there's pros and cons. Now, if you're stacking up, starting, buying, running your own business against a shitty job, a job you hate, low pay, maybe it's heavy manual labor, any of these types of things, that would feel even more obvious to do it. But when I put up my high-paying cush remote software gig against my current life, the winner is, and it's not even close, business. This is so fun. I've never loved my life more than I do right now. Now, The money is nowhere near as good. Although, there's interesting aspects to that as well. Because, I don't know, it's kind of hard to quantify because big numbers moving out of the account so fast. On paper, it doesn't look like I really make anything. But I somehow have more assets than I did when I first took the shop. So, I don't know. I also have a lot of discretionary spending money now, like these cigars. These are really expensive. And I can get them. It's fine. So, there's some interesting pieces of conversation to navigate there, but overall, on paper, I make less money. I work way more hours. The hours I am working, I'm working way harder. Physically, mentally, it's a different type of workload. Software is engineering, very precision-based problem solving, that type of deal. The guitar shop is fragmented. If I'm thinking of it like a computer, it's like fragmented memory. It's like it requires my brain to be a hard drive. The problems I'm trying to solve are not as complicated anymore. But the amount of tasks I deal with, it's probably 20-30 fold. I have over 100 vendors in the shop. I've got over 1,000 customers. I've got loads of processes. I have 6 employees. There's really a lot to it. And to manage and organize all that, it feels like this big memory load on the hard drive. But situation to situation is not all that complicated. Now, I will say, the job is sales. And this maybe is a more complex piece of software running that you better be good at to be successful here. That's rapport building. It's product knowledge, conveyance. It's holding a frame. It's multiple levels of comfort. It's an expertise in craftsmanship. That's really important. And I already had that skill set because I've done woodworking for a very long time. But that's necessary. You gotta understand, my customers bring in their pride and joy. These are their babies. These are $3,000, $4,000, $6,000, $10,000 guitars. I need to make this person feel comfortable handing me their guitar. And I'm really good at it. But it's not just bullshitting. Some people would be able to sniff it out, some wouldn't. It doesn't matter. No one sniffs it out with me because I'm not bullshitting them. You can bring me any guitar with any problem. Actually, you don't have to know what the problem is. You can just kind of describe the outcome of the problem to me. Give me 3 minutes with the guitar. I'll tell you exactly what it is. I can show it to you. I can measure it with you. I can tell you exactly how I will fix it. I'll tell you exactly how much it'll cost. And so that's that's a piece of expertise, and it definitely holds the credibility of. I feel very comfortable. I'm able to say, this is exactly what you're describing. Let me show it to you. Let me show you a different area where it doesn't happen. I can measure this thing. I can show you with your eyeballs. And 9 times out of 10, they're saying, oh yes, no, okay, I get it. Yeah, I see that. And I say, all right, this is the fix. Or sometimes I'll say, you've got 2 or 3 options. These are the different levels of fixes I can do. This is the price of each. This is how long it takes me. And I say, cool, give me a few days. I'll let you know when it's ready. And you're comfortable leaving these very high-end, expertly crafted pieces of gear with me. And they are ecstatic when they pick them up. So there's a piece of that. There's a piece of requirement to be an expert, and then that also segues to the rapport building. It segues to comfort with money. I mean, look, man, when somebody comes in and hands me $6,000 in cash, if you have any type of nerve about that, this is how humans are. Dogs are the same way, but we have the same instinct. Dogs can smell it. So can humans. If you come into the shop and I have even an ounce of nerves going off about you're handing me $6,000 in cash, you're gonna feel nervous. If I'm nervous, you're nervous. Humans are this way, especially women. Dude, if you're nervous talking to a woman, they're nervous. They can't feel comfortable because they don't know what's going on. Is this person nervous because they're trying to kill me? That's sort of running at the base of their programming in their brains. So that's true with women. It's true with business, with money. It's true with kids. Imagine taking your kid to the daycare and you're about to hand your little kid off to this nervous wreck. You're going to be very nervous about that. So I need to be very comfortable with these expensive units with large amounts of cash. You have to be able to hold your frame, your boundaries, expectations. You have to have responses, not necessarily scripted, but somewhat. You have to have responses for everything. You can't be making shit up on the fly. In the beginning, obviously there's a learning curve to this, because in the beginning, each thing you hear, that's the first time you've heard it. And then you fumble through an answer. Often it crashes the deal. And then I sit there and I think about it. And I say, how do I want to handle that type of situation? And you come up with an idea. Then you respond to that next idea the next time it comes up. Over time, you just smooth it out. So there's a level to that as well, and that comes with time. So as long as the potential's there, you're going to be fine. This would carry over to any service business. I would do very well in any service business. And some of these plumbing, HVAC companies, I've had my eye on a few of them. I probably won't actually ever buy one, but I've definitely tossed it around in my mind. Because it's the same idea. There's a lot of There's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot riding on your shoulders if you're going to go in and fix somebody's $20,000 HVAC system or plumbing. Hey, this thing's messed up, or hey, I'm going to come install this very expensive water filtration system in your house. People are going to be uncomfortable if they're sniffing bullshit, if they feel like that you're gouging them, if they feel like you're not competent. So this is important no matter what you're doing in life. Comes with time, comes with experience. So, pros and cons. There's certain levels of fulfillment with this. There's certain levels of comfort and security that come with 9 to 5, although those aren't guaranteed either. Bad economies happen, layoffs happen. There can be uncertainty no matter what you're doing in life. But the ceiling on business is also a lot higher. Potentially, there is no ceiling. I would say there are practical ceilings, unless you're in some unicorn hyper-scaling software business. For the majority of us, if you're thinking about doing a local business, service business, some sort of product idea, there's practical ceilings. How much demand is there, the market, competition, what's the local demographic, incomes, how many customers can you realistically service in your travel area. So there's practical limitations. And then there's still, in theory, no ceiling. Let's say you have a plumbing business. It's like, oh, well, you could just have a national plumbing business. We're in all 50 states. In theory, maybe, but the practicality of management and the scaling issues, it's not very feasible. But even being just a local business, the ceiling's still a lot higher. And I think that's going to be true across all genres of industry. If I was an owner of a dev shop for software, my ceiling would be a lot higher than what I made as a software engineer. If I own an HVAC company, my ceiling is going to be a lot higher than an HVAC technician. Your risk is also a lot higher. Your leverage is simply cranked up and down, just like trading. There's things I miss though. I miss having a steady paycheck, being remote. But again, if I put this life up against high paycheck and software working in the office, it's not even in the same conversation. High paying software job remote, there's a lot of benefit there. A lot of benefit. Hang out with the family, can make good food, make sure you're eating a healthy lunch. You can go to the gym, you can trade. There's a lot of benefit there. I'm not saying it's for everybody. Actually, I will say it's not for most people. If you are risk adverse, don't go into business. Business and trading go hand in hand in mindset and risk profile, and they have both helped the other dramatically. When I first got to the shop, I remember the first few deals I did, the first few trades, people will come in and trade gear. I remember the first couple days, weeks, in the beginning, someone bringing a piece of gear to trade, and I would, my gut instinct was to instantly look at the piece of gear and say am I going to be able to sell this? I quickly realized that that's not how it works. You see, sales is probabilities. It's large number probabilities. I trade everything now. I don't care what people bring in. I will put it in the shop with some structural guidelines. Sometimes people want to bring in stuff that's got nothing to do with guitars, and I might turn that stuff away. Even sometimes I take it though, as long as it still deals with music. So you got to be realistic about what lane you are in. But if you bring in a guitar, I don't care what it is, I'll trade it, because I don't care if it sells tomorrow, but I will sell something tomorrow. And in this business, it's all about having inventory, and every piece of inventory you have, that is a swing at the plate every single day. And I can't guarantee I will sell that guitar this week, but I will sell guitars this week. So it's just probability. It's just probability, and you engage with the opportunity. And developing this mindset in all of life, it's been so beneficial for me. Not just for trades and for business, but pretty much for everything. I just see everything as probability now. Everything's probability. It all has expected value of outcome. You engage with the opportunity. Cut your losers. Let your winners run. That's it. Social media. This is a business. And this is a game of probabilities. You don't know which videos are going to do well. You don't know what videos are going to convert. And I'm going to throw this out there. You don't even know where your videos are going to go. I might be making totally different content a month from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. It doesn't matter. And I won't know what type of content that is until I get there. And I can't get there without being here. It's all probabilities. It's all probabilities. It's all opportunity. We engage with what's in front of us, and we will be successful. Success is not found by luck, but the harder you work, the luckier you will become. Because there is a component of luck in each opportunity. And if you engage with 1 million opportunities and you get lucky 1% of the time, well, you've just found 10,000 successes. And that's significant.